Stop telling yourself you are lazy just because you hate the sun coming up. There is a heavy kind of guilt that comes with hitting the snooze button when you know you should be grinding. You scroll through your feed and see someone else already halfway through a workout before you have even brushed your teeth. It makes you feel like you are starting the day behind everyone else, like you are already losing a race you did not agree to run. You drag yourself out of bed feeling groggy and resentful, convinced that this lack of morning enthusiasm is a character flaw. But what if I told you that your struggle has nothing to do with discipline and everything to do with DNA? We have been sold a version of success that requires suffering before sunrise, but that narrative ignores how your brain actually wakes up. Psychologists and sleep researchers talk about something called chronotypes, which is basically your biological blueprint for energy. Some people are wired to surge with cortisol the moment the light hits their eyes, while others naturally peak in the late afternoon or even evening. When you force a night owl body into a morning lark schedule, you are creating a state of chronic sleep inertia. This is not just feeling tired, this is a physiological mismatch where your prefrontal cortex is still offline while you are trying to make complex decisions. Your body perceives this forced awakening as a stressor, flooding your system with anxiety hormones before you have even had coffee. You spend the first half of your day fighting your own biology instead of focusing on your goals. The hustle culture loves the 5 a.m. club because it looks impressive on camera, but it is terrible for sustainable mental health. Productivity is not about when you wake up. It is about when you are actually capable of deep work. Imagine if you stopped trying to fix your morning and started optimizing your rhythm instead. You could take that same energy you waste on guilt and redirect it into the hours where you naturally feel alive. Maybe your genius hour is at 10 p.m., or maybe it is right after lunch. The goal is alignment, not imitation. When you work with your brain instead of against it, you do not need willpower to get things done. You just need to stop apologizing for when you rest. So here is the challenge I want you to try. For the next 3 days, ignore the clock and just notice when you feel most sharp and when you feel most drained. Write it down and see if there is a pattern that has been there all along. Protect those peak hours like they are gold, because that is where your real value lies. If you could design your perfect day without any judgment from society, what time would you actually choose to wake up? I really want to know, so tell me in the comments below.